What's going on, everyone? So I wanted to talk about the White Day banner because I didn't expect to want to summon in this banner, but here we are. I didn't expect these characters to be in it, especially not white, but I really do want to summon in this, and I'm probably going to. Now, I wanted to talk about this banner in particular because the end of the month banner is very likely gonna be the book summons, and we'll get to that at the very end of this video, but I kind of wanted to go over these characters first so we can just see what they have, and we're also going over last year's characters since they're going to be part of the filler. I don't know what the other three are going to be, the other three fillers are going to be, but I'm hoping they're good. So let's go ahead and get started with Byakuya. The color of the text is the attribute that they are. So this Byakuya is a speed Byakuya. You can see he's got blue petals, which I think is a very nice touch. You can see he's got a really high SP, frenzy, debilitating paralysis on everything, and he's got paralysis immunity. Which I actually like that they did a thing in this banner where all the new characters are immune to the status ailment that they inflict. I thought that was a really good idea. He's got a Soul Reaper killer, and he's got a strong tech recharge link, which is going to help him get off that paralysis a lot better. Now, for his actual strong attacks, they're actually pretty interesting because the strong attack 1 is kind of generic. Strong attack 3 is full screen, but his strong attack 2 is a 160 max strong attack. I'm hoping it's similar to Shunsui's and Jushiro's, that it just does a whole lot of damage the closer that you are to the enemies, and if they're paralyzed. If this is the case, it's going to be great for this character since paralysis is basically what he's going to be really good for. So I'm hoping that's the case. If so, his strong attack 2 is going to deal a massive amount of damage. A lot of times he's going to have the kit to be able to do that, and it's only a 16-second recharge. I think the other instances for characters that have 160 max strong attacks is Manga Byakuya also has it on his strong attack 2, but it's a barrier move and he does not have frenzy. So this is going to be a very devastating strong attack. He's going to be a really good character. Finally, we get a good, decent Byakuya. Anyway, let's move on to Gin Ichimaru. He's going to be the tech of the group. You can see his SP is also really high. I believe just 1 point higher than Byakuya's. He's got Sprinter at 2. Now this is actually good because before Sprinter, having an extra Sprinter just meant you cleared the room faster, which is nice, with stuff, especially with guild quests and whatnot, and some Senkaimon you can zoom by it a little bit faster. But this is actually better because now with Senkaimon, not only can you clear it faster, but you can also avoid the boss's special. Having a character that has 1 extra Sprinter, you have that 1 extra dodge, that 1 extra second to avoid getting hit by the special, and this is actually very valuable. Also, I really like this Gin's design. It's the second seasonal Gin that we get in less than a year, and it just looks really cool. I like it a lot more than the other one, and I'm not a Gin fan. Like, I like him, but not to the extent of other people. This looks really cool. He's also got Frenzy, he's immune to Poison, and he has Debilitating Poison. He's got an Wrong Card Killer, which is pretty cool. Strong Attack Recharge, which is going to make him really good he's going to be a really good boss killer. I don't think he's going to be as good as Soifon, just because Soifon's ridiculous combo count, definitely worked in her favor. He does have a full screen Strong Attack 3, he's got a generic Strong Attack 1, but what I found to be interesting was that his Strong Attack 2 is going to be similar, I think, is going to be similar to Quincy Ichigo's. I don't know for sure, just because he was ranged and he is not. Quincy Ichigo's ranged and Gin is not. But it's looking like it's going to be very similar to either his or Manga Kisuke Strong Attack 1, except his is a Strong Attack 2, so it's going to deal a lot more damage. So that's what we're looking for. Gin, his Strong Attack 2 is probably going to be the one that deals poison the most because it's going to hit a ridiculous amount of times, especially at close range with enemies. It's going to be a really good move for poisoning, so definitely want him. So now we're moving on to the main event, this White Day White. I really like saying White Day White, it's fun. He's got the highest SP out of all of them, only by a few points though, 774. He's a Soul Reaper and a Hollow. This is great. I don't know why they keep giving us Mind Hollows, but this is going to be good. He's definitely going to be needed in Senkaimon for people who don't have Hollows, and I'm glad we're getting an opportunity to get another Hollow. Looks really cool. He's got Sprinter, Frenzy, Debilitating, Weakening on everything, and he's immune to Weakening himself. I think his stats are basically the same as, his skills are the same as the other two characters, with the exception of Long Reach because he is a ranged character. And of course Sprinter is at 1 instead of Gin's 2. But he's got an Arankar killer, which is pretty cool. I would have preferred him to have Soul Reaper killer, but what are you gonna do? We've got a lot of holos with Soul Reaper killers already. I don't think we have very many with Arankar killers. He's also got a strong attack damage link of 25%, making him the heavy damage dealer, especially if they're weakened, which is gonna look pretty likely because of his moveset. His moveset is ridiculous because he's gonna weaken so many times. He's got a strong attack 3 that's a charge move. It's not full screen, but when fully charged, it does deal 240% mag damage plus a strong attack damage link is at 25, so it's even more damage. His strong attack 2 is the big one. This one is that vortex move that Bonzi Ichigo has, and the same one that Cacao Society Soifon had, and the same one that Lost Agent Sajin had, where it's like a vortex at the beginning and then it pushes them back. It's very high hitting combo wise. It hits so many times and almost guarantees you're gonna land a status element on somebody. And yeah, it's a pushback move too, so it's gonna help control the crowds. It's really good for this character since he's ranged. He's also got a strong attack 1 with 40 magnification, meaning characters that we've seen with 40 magnification on their strong attack 1 are characters similar to, I think, Ukiura. The Mind Ukiura has that. I think Cacao Society Halibel also has that. Basically, it's a pushback move that has a 40 mag because it hits so many times. It's still gonna deal the same amount of damage as a 120 mag just because it hits so many times, but it's going to do it over more hits, which is good for him because it's going to, you know, heighten the chance of inflicting the weakening. So he's basically the weakening king. So this is awesome. Okay, and by the way, all this information, I don't know if I mentioned this in this video because I've recorded this several times. I got all this information from Soldex's video. If you have not followed him, you should do that. If you have not subscribed to him, you should definitely do that because that guy gets information faster than anyone I've ever seen. You should definitely, I'll leave a link in the description so you can subscribe to him if you haven't. We're also going to cover the older characters here, the older White 8 characters. We're starting off with Stark, coolest looking one of the 3 in my opinion. You can see he's also got a really high SP, not as high as some of the other ones, but at this point, that high of an SP can get by anyway. It's 741, so you're gonna be fine. He's a Spinner at 1, Long Reach at 20%, Bruiser at 20, Frenzy, Devastation. That's about it. Honestly, this guy's kind of generic. He's just a hollow killer with a boosted strong attack damage link. He's good for damage, and his normal attack goes from being melee to the last one being ranged. I think that's actually really cool. I actually did a wrong build on him. I might redo that just because it was so much fun. He's definitely the most fun, well, not the most fun out of the 3, because I don't have the third one, but he's a lot of fun, trust me. And he's just a really good character. Kind of just generic, no status ailments, no immunities, but really fun. I think he's just got a full screen strong, yeah, he's got a full screen strong attack 3, and the other strong attacks are kind of just generic, honestly. They're really cool though. Next, moving on to Kisuke. Now, Kisuke is one of those characters that if you're stuck on 444, I don't remember if it's 443 or 444, the one where hollow damage is multiplied by 5, and you got the white, fully hollowified White Ichigo at the very end as the boss. He can get through this. It's gonna be tough. It's kind of tough to get through it, but he can do it. If you're having trouble with that, he can do it, so you'll be fine. You can see he's also got a pretty high SP, not as high as Stark, but still really high. Sprinter, Bruiser, Frenzy, Devastation, Debilitating, Paralysis, which is really nice on his strong attacks. 1, 3, and his special. I think his normal attack as well. He's also got Enhancer because his strong attack 2 is a boost move, basically making him a really good hybrid, considering that attack would shoot up to over 850, I believe. And that's, you know, you're going to be able to boost the entire team for an extended period of time. He's also a great link. I know a lot of people are like prefer the strong attack recharge, strong attack damage, and normal attack damage links, but the link might be my favorite thing about this character, just because you know, stamina recovery on autoing inheritance zones and autoing droplet zones. It's actually kind of, you know, necessary. Not for everybody. Characters such as Retsu don't need it, but you know, certain other characters do. He's also got a hollow killer. I do wish they would have put a little more variety. It's a good thing I don't think we're getting a hollow killer this time around, but he's got the hollow killer. He's a really fun character. I don't particularly like his normal attack very much, but You know, that's just me. I also don't think his strong attack 3 is full screen, but you know, it's close enough. Next we got what is probably the best character to have come out last year. It's Tsukishima. Now he's also got a really high attack. Actually, he's the only one on this list who has a really high attack. It's not higher than, let's say, honestly, it's high, but it's not ridiculously high. Still, it's good enough because he's got a normal attack damage link, he's got a bruiser at 40%, he's got berserker at 40%, and a moderately high SP. Like, it's not in the upper 70s, but when was the last time you saw a character with that much attack have that much SP? I know some of the recent hybrid characters with 720 attack also have 720 SP, but this is good. He's also got bombardment, which is nice, and all of his attacks, except for strong attack 2, I believe, have a chance to inflict weakening, debilitating weakening. His normal attack is also piercing, which is nice. It's gonna, you know, help with the weakening, help with the combos, and his strong attack 2 is a barrier move, which is nice to have a character that has a barrier move who doesn't have a full stamina damage link. Some people prefer the full stamina damage link. I kind of like this better, just because you know, if you get hit, you're not going to lose that boost. You still have the normal attack damage by 20%. He's also got an Arankar Killer, and in my opinion, he is the best one out of the last years. He's the only one I didn't get, but I'm hoping to get him this year because he's cool. I like him. But yeah, those are the White Day characters that we're going to be able to get. I'll put this guy up on the stream because he's cool looking and he looks like he has an Iron Man gauntlet. That's cool. But yeah, these are the characters that we're going to be able to get this time around. They're also going to throw in 3 other characters. I don't think we're going to get an opportunity to get White Day Byakuya, the original White Day Byakuya, and White Day Ukiura. I think those are going to be sellable characters next year, honestly. Unless they're fillers in this one, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt they're going to do that. Though it'd be kind of cool if that was it. It was just those 2, the last year's 3 and the new 3, and that was it. That'd be pretty great, but that's probably not going to happen. I'm hoping the filler is going to be good. But the reason I also wanted to make this video is because I know a lot of people are going to jump, especially at the opportunity to get this guy, White Ichigo. But you got to remember that later this month, I believe on the 23rd, Caleb is going to have an event. And they always have an event. They have an event like 4 times a year, I think. I don't know. And they always show off something new. Last year around this time, they did this exact same thing. They showed off the White Day characters. They brought out the White Day characters. The gacha right after that, I believe, was the 3rd manga. So it was manga round 3. They had manga Ichigo, manga Rukia, manga Renji. So beware of your orbs, because I'm pretty sure the book summons are coming next. So be very weary of how you spend your orbs. Don't go crazy. Obviously this character's cool, you know, all these characters are cool, but you know, the better characters, in my opinion, the end of the month banner is going to be better, and I might hold off until that if you don't have that as many orb resources. I think I will be fine. I'll probably go down to 0 in this banner, but I have a lot of sources to pull from orbs without having to spend any money, so I'm going to pull from those afterwards. Just, you know, be weary. I want you guys to really think about it, because it's coming. It's coming soon. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to kind of warn you of the book summons that are probably going to happen. I did, you know, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's more time. Also, sorry, I don't know why I'm apologizing, but sorry. I think it's going to be a part of the 40 million download celebration. We just got past the 39 million download, and I think they timed it specifically. I think they may have already hit 40 million. They're just waiting on that celebration to coincide with the end of the month. And that would actually be a really good idea, because then they can do a whole bunch of events, you know, that corresponds with the 40 million download celebration. At 30 million downloads, we got these ridiculous tickets. I think we got 20 of them with super high chance of summoning seasonal characters, of summoning 5 stars in general, but seasonal characters were in there. We also got a whole bunch of events that give us a whole bunch of free orbs and a whole bunch of tickets and stuff. So I think the 40 million download celebration is also going to coincide with the book summons, and I think all that's coming at the end of the month. So it's not like If you run out of orbs here, you'll be completely dry. I think you'll have more opportunities. They'll give us more opportunities, plus a new story is coming. They did say they were gonna bust out a story when they were coming out with the book summons, so we're also gonna get orbs from that story. Don't be too reluctant to spend orbs on this. If you really want these characters, go for it, you know? More orbs are coming. We're gonna get more opportunities at the end of the month, next month, when the actual summons come out. They're also probably gonna bust out Senkaimon for that as well. That's another 300 plus orbs you can get from that. So, you know, spend carefully, but don't be afraid to spend, is my advice for this. Anyway, with that said, thank you guys for watching. It took me a few attempts to actually record this. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck. Honestly, I'm very excited myself. I'm probably gonna summon more on my global since I only have White Day Keyescape from last banner. So we'll see. All right, thank you guys for watching, and take care.